Hey everybody, welcome back. This time on the RoboSamurai channel, I am reviewing the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom Huffer. And here's the box. Yeah, and there's the artwork as everybody takes a look at it. It's pretty much your standard here. And there's the figure behind him. Well, let's take a look at this and that. And then go ahead and take out this insert here. Yep, and then there's the card, which is right here. This is what it kind of looks like. I don't usually do this because mostly these cards are either repeats or something else. So what we have here is says Optimus Prime on the back. You've got that golden disc there and the Hasbro logo. And then when you open this up, it's also Optimus Prime with text. Not sure if that means anything, but there's that. It also comes with this nifty instruction book, and yeah, so it tells you everything you need to know to transform this figure properly and treat it the way it should be treated. So there it is, and let's go ahead and take a close-up look at this thing. Lower the camera just a touch for you guys, and yeah, here he is, man. So he's got a gun, and he also has a shield. Yep, and there it goes flying off. But, alright, so we've got that. The gun is done. It's cast in orange plastic. It has some, looks like gunmetal gray there. Yep, sure does, gunmetal gray. And this thing, you know, has two halves, and it splits for, if you put your fingernail right in here and you split this apart, you'll see that it does come apart into these two pieces, useful for transformation later. I will go on ahead and put these over here to the side, and here's the other piece, which is like a shield, almost looks like a rake, and it's also got some silver and gunmetal gray on it. Go ahead and put that there. And here he is. He has a waist swivel. You can take a look at his head there. Very cool. Looks neat. Very much like his G1 self. He's got knee bends. He can do the whole squat thing. He has ankle tilts. Does not have much else besides that. This is what he looks like from the back. And he's painted in nice silver. There's some very cool features that come through that are picked out in paint. Very cool stuff. The only other thing I have to compare it with, well, we've got a couple things. First of all, here is the Bad Cube third-party Huffer. So it's a little bit taller here, and just to show you some of the height differences here, we've got about 5 inches on this figure, and the Bad Cube one comes in at about 6 inches, maybe an inch taller-ish. So I'll just say that as a roundabout. Here he is standing next to War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, and that's how he looks there. So, yeah, pretty good scale. Yeah, I think that works out. And all right then, yep, he can swivel his arms in and out like that. Of course, I showed you he had a waist swivel, no ab crunch or anything like that. His head can kind of go up and just a touch, and you can turn the head around. It's kind of hard to do it here, but you know, you can get a few interesting poses there if that's your deal. The back, he's got a little bit of gappiness and hollowness there, but that's to be expected, I suppose. Maybe a third-party company will make some gap fillers for this guy, or 3D print some for yourself. That's always an option. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing transformed. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop this hood off here and just pull it back all the way. And go on ahead and straighten these out, and then pull this all the way back down. Now, what you want to do is turn the head around, and then we want to pull these down to the sides. Do the same thing on the other side, so it's like that. Now we have room to move the tires or the wheels back down here, and they will tab in. You'll see the peg and the slot. There we go. And now we'll go on ahead and rotate. Actually, we'll take this and want to flip these down this way, like that. So his arms now go down like that. And then we want to pull this back up here, back into place. Now, what we're going to do is pull these arms up here, and then we want to make sure that on this side we rotate this so that this piece right here and this hole faces the outside, just like that. We'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll go on ahead and collapse the wrists down like so. Okay, now I think no, not that way. We're going to leave that attached. We're going to tab in these here. If you look, when you move these down, you're going to tab these. You see that hole right there? Go on ahead and tab it into the waist tab right there. And do the same thing on the other side, so it secures them just nicely. Then go on ahead and close this up, and you'll notice that there are two tabs, and sometimes if you bend these back like this, it'll make it just a little bit easier, his arms here. But this tab is going to go into this area here and kind of lock into place there. Okay, and that will take care of the top here. The next part you want to do is this here. Open these up. You can go on ahead and tab these together just like that. Turn this around, and actually you're going to flip that whole entire assembly towards the rear. Okay, and now there you have that. The next piece is you're going to take this gun right here. I mean, you could technically stop at this point, but that's not how the directions show it. So we're going to take, you see there's a slot right there. And, oh, actually, what we're going to need to do is we'll need to take this and put this here. There are 3 tabs, 3 slots. Drop them in there. So it kind of looks like this. And then you take this. There's a slot right there. There's a tab right here, slot right there. Fit those right into each other so that they fit here. Let's see if I can get that down. There we go. Do the same thing on the other side with the other half of the gun. And there you go. That's what it looks like in its alt mode or its truck mode. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. I mean, let's take a look at this thing. He's got the windshield wipers, got some nice silver paint there. He's got the pipes. I know that that's one that's coming. I like the wheels. They're done pretty well. And then you have the tail lights in the back there. And then you've got the other side, which looks exactly the identical. You've got this here and that there. Now, and you have, you know, these headlights here, or no, actually not headlights, they're just lights on the top of the cap. Now, you can put the Optimus Prime trailer on him, but not with that thing on. So you're going to have to take this off. And actually, if you take this whole thing off, it will come. You can assemble this and put it together. I find it kind of be a little fiddly and it won't stay. You know, there's not much else that you can do with it. So, you know, I prefer to kind of keep the gun together. That's just me. I mean, you could stick the gun here if you wanted to. You could stick the gun here if you wanted to, I think. You could stick the gun here if you wanted to. You could stick the gun here. Any of these ports, right? So that's how that would work. But I kind of like Huffer in this mode here. And additionally, you can add Optimus Prime's trailer to it. So it looks really, really, really cool. That's how he looks. So yeah, that's it. I think that this is a pretty neat figure. It looks very G1-y, very G1 like, I should say, and I do appreciate the effort that they put through it. I guess this could probably, if they add a gap filler, maybe that something could flip over this, but yeah, we haven't had a good looking Huffer like this in a very, very long time. So I'd highly recommend it. I think it's a good looking figure if you can find it. I got this figure through Hasbro Pulse. They actually were able to send it through. If not, I know that it has been seen at Target and Walmart, so you can try looking there, or other online sites like Big Bad Toy Store or TF Source. All right, thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you next time.